Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. And today, my amazing friend, Mr. Tim Sohn, is with us. You're not going to want to miss it, so make sure and share this out. Let your friends know. Tag them right now. We're going to be talking thought leadership. Here we go, everybody. Woohoo! Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
Special thank you to our sponsors of Marketing with Russ, the Seattle School of Chen, the Alzheimer's Association, and Living the Holistic Lifestyle, Body, Mind, and Soul. For more information on the Seattle School of Chen, Style Taijai Chuan, go to seattlechentaijai.com. And for more information on the Alzheimer's Association and how to give to this amazing organization, go to alz.org. And finally, for more information on Living the Holistic Lifestyle, Body, Mind, and Soul, go to livingtheholisticlifestyle, bodymindandsoul.com. Music by Connor Hedge and Protestant, used with permission. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. So glad that you are with us today. It is going to be a great morning. I tell you, doesn't matter what's going on in your life. You know what? There's so many things happening, whether good or bad. You can come to Marketing with Russ to get a little bit of joy, a little bit of uplift, a little bit of inspiration and encouragement every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You know, I am just like you, going through my own battles, but I love to come and be with my community, and you are all so amazing. Thank you all for your prayers. Thank you for blessing me. I just appreciate you all being here, but most of all, I'm just thankful that you take time this morning to spend with me, or whatever time it is. You know, this show goes live at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, but guess what? After that, it converts to video podcast and sits on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook, where we broadcast forever. Did you hear that? Forever. So it's always there, and you can go check it out, and you can still engage, and you can still connect, and you can still talk to each other. Also, after that, if you don't have time to watch it, it converts to audio podcast. You can listen on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, whatever your favorite podcast platform is. You can listen there. And we just thank you for being engaged and being part of this community, no matter where you are. So what is Marketing with Russ all about? Well, good question. Let's see here. What is it about? It's about how amazing people connect. That's right. I'm a firm believer that connection and community building is the foundation for any good marketing plan, any good business, really any good life. So I'm glad that you're here today. If you are and you're having challenges with connecting, you can connect with me at russedge.com. I would love to help you out. I'm all about that. I'm all about the power of perspective and helping people connect and build community, and really just loving people. And I just love to connect with you today. You can connect with me any way you want on social media, on my phone number, my email. You can even schedule time directly on my calendar for us to Zoom. I would love for you to do that. And so thank you so much for that. Also, want to make sure you know that we have easy ways to get involved and really understand what this is all about. And that is just by subscribing to YouTube, because you become part of that community. All you do is go to marketingwithruss.live and you can subscribe today. What does that give you? It gives you all of my live streams. Marketing with Russ, the Experience Live with Russ and Scott, Russ Reels Live. They're all there. There's other amazing videos, including I love YouTube Shorts. The marketing tip of the day that we're going to give will always be there, as well as other social media. But also my beagle and my cat are way more famous than I am on YouTube Shorts. So if you want to meet Maddie and Maisie, you're going to want to go to YouTube Shorts today. When I'm trying to get across the message, use your animal. It really helps. It draws other people in. So love for you to check that out today. Also, don't forget to share this, tag your friends. I'm telling you, let them know, because they don't want to miss Tim today. It's going to be good. So remember, super simple. If you want to get in touch with me, just use my name, russhedge.com. If you want to join our YouTube page, just type in the name of the show, .live, marketingwithruss.live, and that will get you there on both of those. I'm a simple-minded guy trying to make it easy for you. So there you go. All right. So also, if you haven't got a copy of my book, Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose, working on the follow-up to that, Life Happens and Then You Choose, that will be out later this year. I was going to have that out last year, but because of my cancer journey, it slowed me down a little bit. But we are going to get that out this year. So looking forward to that. I've been making really good progress on that. So hoping that you take a look and check that out later this year. There's also the other collaborative books that I've done that are all available at russhedge.com, or you go to Amazon or any online booksellers and you will find that. So at the very last thing we do here before we bring Tim in, every Monday and Thursday, we do our marketing tip of the day. And this marketing tip gets cut out and put out on social media. It's very short, to the point. It helps encourage you to do some simple little things that will help you with your marketing, your business, and your life. It will make you a better person, and we are better together. So I'm really praying that this helps you today. Okay, are you ready? All right, here we go. This is your marketing tip of the day. Enjoy your life. That's right. It's that simple. Enjoy your life. What do I mean by that? You can choose joy every day of your life. Doesn't mean you're happy all the time. Doesn't mean things are going well all the time. But I believe that the joy of the Lord is my strength, and every day we can choose joy. We can keep a good perspective. A good perspective doesn't mean everything is going great. Doesn't mean you're happy all the time. A good perspective means you'll make it through, and there are better things ahead. How do we know this? Well, if you're watching me this morning, you have made it through 100% of your worst days, and you're here today. That's a quote by a good friend of mine, Nancy Deborah Barros. I got that from her, but it's so true. You have made it through 100% of your worst days, so you can make it. You can enjoy life. If you don't enjoy life, what's it worth? I want to tell you just a really quick story, and that is, I talk to students, and when I talk to them, I tell them, whatever you choose to do for your life, enjoy it. If you're not enjoying your job, quit. And they just all look at me, and it's like, I want you to be responsible, get another job, but you don't need to stay stuck in something that you don't enjoy. So today, whether it's your job or your personal life, enjoy your life. And that is your marketing tip of the day. All right, there we go. That was a teeny bit longer than usual, but it'll get whittled down under a minute. And you guys will see that on all social media. And I think it's so important to remember that every day. The joy of the Lord, I'm telling you, is there for all of us. Wow, the comments are blowing up. We better get Tim in the house here. Woohoo! Hey, Tim.
Good morning, Brother Russ. How are you today? Oh, wait, this way.
There you go. Good morning, Brother Tim. I've got my Scream and Go this morning. I told you that I saw another friend using this, and sometimes just screaming and getting it out of our system is not a bad thing, right?
I agree. We all have moments that we might want a little scream, but mostly this little screaming goat just brings people joy and happiness by pushing that little button.
It does. So, well, and it's funny because I had Brian and Nancy on Monday, and we were talking about, it's okay not to be okay. We are all going through stuff, and you and I can both relate to this in different circumstances. And that is, there are times we're not okay. And you know what? That's life. And that doesn't mean everything is falling apart and there is no hope for life. You need to just remember that when you keep that good perspective, when you get your screaming goat out and you just smile for a minute, in spite of the bad things happening, you know that you're going to make it, that there are better things ahead, even through the struggles and challenges of life. Life is a journey, and a journey has what? Hills and valleys. Hills and valleys. That's a journey, right? We're going to have mountaintop experiences where life is amazing. Yeah. Woo. But sometimes way down and way up. Yes. But we're also going to have those down experiences, those valleys where life is not great. And we just keep going because we know the mountain's coming, right? We know the mountain's coming.
Right.
So, Tim,
Yes.
tell everybody that doesn't know you, which is like a half of a person, I think. Who is Tim Sohn and what are you up to?
Yeah, Russ, thank you so much for having me. I'm Tim Sohn. I am the wearer of goat hats. I am also a friend of Russ Hedge. I've met him 2 times in person. He's come to 2 showing up in person events, and he has produced the shows at the in-person events that were live streamed as well. And I'm a friend, and I'm a family person, and I love people. I love connecting with people like Russ does. I'm also a 18-year and 2-month chronic leukemia survivor. And the funny thing is, Russ and I both met through another show I did called the Tim and Jim Show for 5 years. And who thought we'd be connecting in other ways as well through our different adversities. So I'm just grateful to be here. I'm a human being that loves other human beings.
Well, I tell you, I think that that's something to really keep in mind, that, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. I love that song from the 70s. It's so true because, yeah, go ahead, sing it, Tim.
Oh, it's okay.
There you go.
Love.
There you go.
Anyway, go ahead.
I just scheduled Rachel back on my show. We'll let her sing later on. But anyway.
Much better choice for singing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, it is, there have been some pretty low valleys, but you know what? You and I are moving through that, and you are doing some good things. And talk to me a little bit about you're doing some things around thought leadership right now. And let's talk a little bit about that today. I'm just kind of curious what you're going there.
Yeah, so I think thought leadership is a word that some people think is just kind of like this long word that somebody made up because it sounds fancy. Just throw thought in front of leadership and there you go. You got 2 words together, and you could say it out loud and write it down. But thought leadership is something that is really about sharing your gifts with the world, sharing your wisdom, sharing your personality, and providing value to people. So it presents you as a leader, whether that's through speaking, whether that's through social media, whether maybe it's like a live stream show like me or Russ does, and so many other different ways. And I think sometimes, I know I've felt this way in the past. I'm getting better at it, but I think sometimes, and let us know in the chat if you feel this way, if sometimes you're not so comfortable putting yourself out there, like you have all this information, you have all this value to share with the world, but you're like, I don't want to be like pushy, I don't want to be salesy weirdo. But you don't have to do it that way. You could just show up and share your story, share your wisdom with the world. So that's kind of a little ditty on thought leadership.
Well, I think there's so many great opportunities nowadays. We have been given the opportunity through technology to share with people all over the world. And, you and I are both blessed, Tim, with this worldwide community, right?
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it's a blessing. It's a blessing through my challenges with my cancer journey that I'm still going through, and your cancer journey and all that you're dealing with. This worldwide community comes together like a family, and it's just a blessing to have those people. And then a lot of times you get to come together, like our good friend Amanda, who's here this morning, who was on with you last night. on Perspectives on Cancer. She and I were both speakers this last year in New York and at the Perspectives on Cancer live conference. And Amanda is amazing, was able to meet her in person. And yeah, you and I have been able to get together a couple times through the conferences, and what a blessing. What a blessing to be able to do that. You know, I think when we intentionally come together, whether it's virtually or whatever, it draws us closer together. My good friend D. Scott Smith did a talk in Dublin, Ireland a few years ago on how you can truly develop amazing relationships just on the screen, because we see each other, we can talk to each other. It's close to being in person, not quite, because we can't give each other big hugs, but it's close. We can give each other air hugs, right? But yeah, sometimes we have to do air hugs.
That's right. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yes, there we go. Air hug. But sometimes, you know, it's even in person, we have to give air hugs if we're going through cancer treatment. But anyway,
that's true. Yeah.
So really about getting this word out there and really realizing you have value to share with people and share your thoughts. Let's talk a little bit more about that. What are ways you're doing that besides your show?
Yeah. So besides the show, you know, kind of after shows, something that I do is I repurpose clips from shows. I use a great tool called Opus Clips. It makes it really easy to share vertical short clips from your shows and then drive people back to your show or whatever your call to action is. But then also something I've done along with Russ and Amanda and Mark and so many people is by creating collaborative books together. We've done 3 books, Perspectives on Cancer Volume 1, Volume 2, and then Perspectives on Invisible Illnesses. And becoming an author is a great way also to be seen as a leader, as a thought leader, because you provide value in that way also. And by doing collaborative books, you get to connect with other amazing people like Russ, Amanda, Mark, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And who knows what will happen with that? Maybe you'll collaborate with them in different ways. Maybe somebody will become a client down the road. You never know. Or maybe somebody will become a friend, like everybody's friend here, Russ Hedge. I mean, who doesn't love Russ Hedge? Books is one other way. Yeah.
You're too kind. Well, you know, it was a blessing to be part of your volume 2 Perspectives on Cancer. Talk a little bit more about your most recent book, because we did 2 on cancer, or you did 2 on cancer, but then you did Invisible Illness after that.
Yeah. So the third book is called Perspectives on Invisible Illnesses, Living and Thriving Beyond What Can't Be Seen. And it includes the stories of several people who do have cancer or did have cancer, but also people who have or had chronic fatigue syndrome or chronic anxiety or depression and a few other things as well. And so that's a little bit about it. Also, all the proceeds from that book, and you could find it at perspectivesoncancer.com, go to the Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer nonprofit organization. So if you want to check that out and support it, it's greatly appreciated.
Yeah, well, and that is great, because recently Perspectives on Cancer has become a nonprofit. And after you really growing it and building community and bringing people together, tell everybody a little bit about the purposes for the nonprofit. What are the goals? What does it stand for?
Yeah, so the nonprofit is really all about creating safe spaces, just like we've been doing with shows, events, and books, to bring people together to share their stories and connect, as well as find resources for healing, hope, and resilience. And our 3 pillars are support, connection, and education. Continuing to do all these things. And something I'd like to do down the road as we raise more money is also be able to support cancer patients and cancer survivors with some of their finances, because it can be so expensive to have cancer, right, Russ?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I mean, people don't even realize. Well, one thing that we talked about last year that really stuck with me, and that is cancer is a lifelong journey. And so are other illnesses. There's other illnesses that are really going, and they're quite a journey. And in fact, I'm going to pause for just a second because this just thought of me. Thought came to mind.
Yeah.
My son and daughter-in-law, and I know you know this, Tim. They're dealing with both dads with cancer. So her dad, though, today is going through some life-saving surgery because it has started to shut down. This is on my point that I made a little while ago. I'll bring this full circle, but
it's okay.
It shut down his only kidney that's left because he had cancer in the other kidney, and there's problems. So the bottom line is he needs prayer. So all of you out there watching that pray, I would appreciate that. And
Sure.
Yeah, and his name is Jay. I'll just say that you could pray for Jay. But the thing that I really want to get through is that cancer is a lifelong journey. And all that I've been going through, there's so many things in my body that are that have shut down because of the cancer treatment. I became a type 1 diabetic. I have adrenal gland failure, which is called adrenal inconsistency. I have to now replace what my thyroid did. I have high blood pressure. I'm not saying all this to say, oh, poor Russ, woe is Russ. No, I'm just saying that so many things go into this, and cancer is a lifelong journey because you deal with so many things. So organizations and nonprofits like Perspectives on Cancer that help people out with things that, like you said, medical expenses or other things. I have been to the point where my own example, I can't work anywhere close to like what I used to. The mornings of my live streams are my good time that I'm able to put some effort in, but I can't create the income that I used to. So people that need that to pay for all of these things that are happening, it's such a great thing, Tim. And I think any way that they can help, but mostly with support and education and community that you bring, I think that's so important. And I'm blessed to be on the board and be part of Perspectives on Cancer. And I appreciate you for that.
Well, I appreciate you, Russ, and Cyan Gates and Andrea Sanchez. They're all on the board of showing up. And really, I could not do any of this work without all of you guys. Anybody who knows me knows I'm all about community and bringing people together and collaboration. And there is a lot of work to be done in the cancer space, helping people, whether it's through providing safe spaces, working towards raising money specifically for cancer patients and survivors with their medical expenses. There's such a need out there, and there's so many people out there with a connection to cancer, whether they're a patient, survivor, and supporter. And I love that we're having this conversation here today, Russ. Just like I love the conversation I had last night with Amanda and Mark, talking about similar things as well. And you guys could find out about all the shows, the books, and events at perspectivesoncancer.com. Shameless plug.
Well, and I think that, I mean, you go to, by the way, everybody, not only that, but you can also go to Amazon, get all the information on Tim's books, but perspectivesoncancer.com for sure. And we have all that in the show notes. It'll also be in the comments, or it is in the comments. And so, I'm just so thankful. Number one, the biggest thing I think that you've done that means so much to me, and this is where back to thought leadership, where we can share and help and educate and share our perspectives with others, is through building community. And, I'm all about connection and community building. And so, you built such an amazing community. I have met so many people through you and through Perspectives on Cancer, and I'm so blessed. And so just wanted to say that I'm very thankful for you and all that you're doing, and you're a blessing to others.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And y'all are a blessing to me. And, I think it's important when it comes to thought leadership to think about ways that we can connect with the other people. Like, for example, with a live stream show, right? We're having this conversation here now, but there's all these people in the comments, and thank you all. But we see you and we appreciate you. And, doing something simple as sending a message to even one person or a few people after the show and just saying thank you and maybe start a little conversation, and who knows where that connection will go. And that's been really incredible. I know that's something you're really great at, Russ, as well, connecting with people and making a positive impact on people. I get your positive text messages every morning. I always look forward to them, whether it's a text message, a video message, an audio message, or you and Maddie. You might even have Maddie with you.
You never know. You never know.
No,
you're such a blessing, Tim. Listen, I want to wrap things up today. I want you to give everybody your final thoughts for the day, how they relate to all that you're doing, and what people need to remember from today's conversation, and let people know how they get in touch with you so people can reach out to you, to Perspectives on Cancer, to all of that.
Yeah, thank you so much, Russ. I would say when it comes to thought leadership, the first part is showing up, and you don't have to show up in all the places, all the ways right at once. Maybe you do 1 or 2 posts a week on whatever your area is or whatever is going on with your life. It's also important to connect with people through your own personal stories. You don't have to share everything, but that's relatable. Like I started sharing my cancer story more than 3 years ago, and here I am wearing a goat hat here on Russ's show. So yeah, start small, take small steps. You could reach me at perspectivesoncancer.com, or you could find me on LinkedIn. I'm there quite often, as Russ knows. Yeah, and I'd love to connect with you. I'd love to have a conversation about how you can put your thought leadership out into the world.
Yeah, I think that is so important. And, I could tell you that you will be better for connecting with Tim, because he is an amazing individual. And, you and I met, it's such a round robin. I can't even remember exactly, but I think that I met Jim Fuse on the Global Tea Break. Jim invited me on to the Jim and Tim show. I met you on there. Then I met Brian and Nancy through you when you were on Shout Out Saturday and What's Good Wednesday and all of that. And so it's been, and then that's led to thousands. Just those connections right there have led to thousands and thousands of other connections. So wow. I'm just so thankful for that. And I'm thankful for all you're doing. Everybody, if you want to talk to Tim, make sure connect with him, and he would love to talk to you about perspectives on cancer, thought leadership, or just make you smile. And Tim, I love you, man, and I appreciate you.
I love you too. And let us know what your favorite screaming or rubber toy is. That might not have come out the right way, but you know what I mean.
Yes, there you go. Please let us know. So whatever, ignore exactly what Tim said, but you get the idea. Exactly. Oh, well, listen, Tim, I'm going to let you go, but hang tight in the green room. I'll be right there as I wrap up. Okay.
Thank you, Russ. Love you.
Love you too, Tim. All right. Listen, everybody, what an amazing show. Tim has been a guest a few times. We are coming up on 500 episodes. And I didn't mention that right off the top, but I need to tell you, 500 episodes will be coming up here in March. You do not want to miss that. And it's going to be amazing. So please join us for the 500 episodes. And there's going to be an amazing show. So you do not want to miss that. Also, and I'm sure Tim will make an appearance on that show. But also, I just want to do a quick shout out and thank you again to Seattle School of Chen, Alzheimer's Association, and Living the Holistic Lifestyle for their sponsorship. We are also listener supported. So please, you can see this. You can scan the QR code or enter the actual link here in the comments to support us. I consider it a ministry, but this amazing positive impact we can have on people around the world. We'd love to have you on as a guest. If you're interested, reach out to me. We book out quick, so let me know. And so we're already halfway through the year practically. So, yeah, make sure that you connect with me. I would love that. And also, here's a copy of, let's see, is this the book right here? There we go. That was volume 2. There's another one out, but that's the one that I was blessed to be on, Perspectives on Cancer. So yeah, you can pick up a copy on my website at russedge.com, or you could go to Tim's website and connect with him at Perspectives on Cancer. And so thankful for all of you being here. Okay, with that, we're going to wrap things up for today. Don't forget, we're here every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for your listening and viewing pleasure. Then it converts to audio video podcast on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook forever. And then it converts to audio podcast on iTunes, Spotify, whatever your favorite LinkedIn platform or your favorite podcast platform is. There you go. Please subscribe on YouTube at marketingwithruss.live today if you have not. And whether you're watching live or on replay, you can still share this and tag your friends. And please put hashtag Team Replay. We would love to still get your comments on everything that's going on. We still have so many people making comments, and I just want to say that it is going to be a blessed Thursday. And I'm so thankful to have Tim on. And yes, we're all giving a shout out to Ever, who is amazing behind the scenes. Thank you, Ever, for all that you do. With that, have an amazing week, everybody. And we will see you next Monday at 8 a.m. Pacific. All right. Bye.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.